Are you noticing that getting around isn't quite as easy as it used to be? Maybe those daily walks feel a little more challenging, or you're finding yourself reaching for a chair a little more often. It's a common experience as we gracefully journey through our 60s, 70s, and beyond. But the good news is, there are gentle and effective ways to reclaim that freedom of movement and keep enjoying the things you love. Today, we're going to explore some simple yet powerful strategies to help you improve your mobility, step by step, so you can feel stronger, more confident, and more independent. You know, studies show that maintaining our mobility is absolutely crucial for our overall well-being as we age. It helps keep our hearts healthy, lifts our spirits, and allows us to stay connected with the people and activities we cherish. According to the National Institute on Aging in the US and the Public Health Agency of Canada, regular gentle movement can significantly reduce the risk of falls and improve our quality of life. I remember 78-year-old Clara. After her hip replacement in her late 70s, she was determined to get back to tending her rose bushes. It wasn't easy at first, but with consistent, gentle exercises her physiotherapist recommended, and a few simple changes around her garden, she was back out there, pruning and smelling those roses. It was truly inspiring to see the difference small, consistent steps can make. So, in this video, we're going to cover some really practical things. Gentle exercises you can easily incorporate into your daily routine. No fancy equipment or gym membership needed. Simple ways to look at your home environment with fresh eyes and make it support better movement and prevent those worrisome falls. The incredibly important skill of listening to your own body and finding a pace that feels good and right for you. Plus, we'll share some encouraging stories to remind you of the amazing resilience we have within us. By the end of our time together today, you'll have a toolkit of practical ideas and hopefully, a renewed sense of motivation to take those first gentle steps towards greater mobility and a more active, enjoyable life. Let's start with some gentle exercises you can even do while you're sitting comfortably. First up, ankle pumps and circles. Sitting comfortably with your feet flat on the floor, or even slightly elevated if that feels better, we're going to gently point our toes up towards the ceiling, feeling a stretch in the front of your legs. Then, we'll slowly point them down towards the floor, feeling a gentle stretch in your calves. Let's do that about 10 to 15 times. Up and down, up and down. Now, let's move to ankle circles. Imagine you have a paintbrush attached to your big toe. Slowly rotate your ankles clockwise about 10 times. Nice and easy to do. And then, let's reverse direction and go counterclockwise for another 10 rotations. These simple movements are fantastic for improving circulation in your legs and ankles. That can really help reduce stiffness and those little aches and pains that can sometimes make walking feel less comfortable. I remember Eleanor, a lovely 80-year-old woman. She used to experience a lot of stiffness in her ankles, especially in the mornings. She started incorporating these ankle pumps and circles into her routine while she watched her favorite morning news program. She told me that after just a few weeks, she noticed a real difference in how easily she could move around her house and get started with her day. Small, consistent effort really adds up. Our next gentle exercise focuses on the knees, knee extensions and flexions. Still seated, let's focus on one leg at a time. Slowly extend one leg straight out in front of you, as comfortable as it goes. You should feel a gentle stretch in the front of your thigh. Hold it there for just a moment, and then gently bend your knee back towards your chest. Let's repeat this about 10 to 12 times on each leg. Extend, hold, and bend, extend, hold, and bend. This exercise helps to gently strengthen the muscles around your knees, which play such a vital role in our ability to walk, stand up, and sit down with ease. 71-year-old David, a keen gardener, found that these knee exercises made a real difference when he was getting up from kneeling down to tend his flowers. He said it wasn't an overnight miracle, but gradually, those movements became much easier. Remember, it's about steady progress. Don't force your leg to go all the way straight if it feels uncomfortable. Just focus on a comfortable range of motion for you today. Now let's move on to an exercise that really helps with our leg strength and balance, chair squats, or sometimes called sit-to-stands. For this one, you'll need a sturdy chair. Make sure it won't slide. You can use the armrests for support if you need to. We're going to slowly lean forward, engaging your leg muscles, and try to stand up. If you can stand up fully, great. Hold for a brief moment, feeling those leg muscles working, and then slowly and gently sit back down. If a full stand feels challenging today, that's perfectly okay. You can just come partway up and then sit back down. Let's aim for about 8 to 10 repetitions. This exercise is fantastic for building strength in your thighs and glutes, those big muscles in your legs and bottom, which are absolutely essential for walking and maintaining good balance. For Beatrice, who loves to walk in her garden, practicing these chair squats gradually gave her the confidence to walk for longer stretches without feeling as tired or unsteady. She started by just lifting herself a few inches off the chair and slowly increased her range of motion over time. It's all about finding what works for you. Our final gentle exercise for today focuses on our hips, gentle hip abduction, which is simply lifting your leg gently out to the side. Standing with a chair or a wall for support, slowly lift one leg out to the side, keeping it relatively straight but not stiff. Don't lift it too high, just a comfortable movement. Hold it there for a moment, and then slowly lower it back down. Let's do about 10 to 12 repetitions on each leg. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Strengthening these hip muscles is so important for stability when you're walking. It helps prevent that feeling of wobbliness and keeps you feeling more secure on your feet. Remember, the key with all of these exercises is gentleness and consistency. If you ever feel any pain, please stop. It's not about pushing through discomfort, it's about making steady, comfortable progress. Even a few minutes of these movements each day can make a real difference to how you feel and how easily you move over time. Now, let's shift our focus to our homes. Our living spaces should be places where we feel safe and comfortable moving around. Sometimes, making a few thoughtful changes can significantly improve our mobility and, importantly, reduce the risk of falls. Let's start with something simple: clear walkways. Take a good look at the hallways and the areas you walk through most often in your home. Are there any rugs that could easily slip underfoot? What about extension cords snaking across the floor or stacks of items that could become tripping hazards? Removing these obstacles can make a surprisingly big difference in your confidence and safety when you're moving around. A simple tip is to secure any rugs with non-slip mats underneath. Or if you find there's still a concern, you might consider temporarily removing them, especially in high-traffic areas. I remember speaking with Johnson, 73 years old, after he unfortunately had a fall due to a loose throw rug in his hallway. After securing all his rugs and making sure his pathways were clear, he told me he felt so much more confident and less anxious about moving around his home. It's those little things that can make a big difference. Next up, good lighting. As our eyesight can sometimes change as we age, ensuring we have adequate lighting throughout our home is crucial for safe movement. Pay particular attention to hallways, stairways, and your bathroom. Make sure these areas are well lit, both during the day and at night. Night lights can be incredibly helpful for navigating those nighttime trips to the bathroom. You might even consider installing motion sensor lights in key areas. They provide light exactly when you need it, without having to fumble for a switch. Now, let's talk about the bathroom: grab bars. These simple additions can provide essential support and stability in an area where slips and falls are unfortunately quite common. Having securely installed grab bars near the toilet and inside your shower or tub can give you a stable handhold when you're getting on and off the toilet or stepping in and out of the shower. It can really increase your confidence and safety. The key here is to make sure they are properly installed and can support your weight. If you're not comfortable doing this yourself, don't hesitate to ask a family member or a qualified handyman for assistance. Another important aspect of making our homes mobility-friendly is decluttering. Clutter isn't just visually overwhelming, it can also create obstacles and make it harder to move around safely. Regularly decluttering your living spaces can create more open and accessible pathways. Start small. Maybe focus on clearing one shelf or one corner of a room at a time. If you find it challenging, don't hesitate to ask for help from family or friends. And we actually have some great videos on our channel with helpful decluttering tips specifically for seniors. I'll be sure to link one in the description below. Finally, let's think about what we put on our feet: comfortable and supportive footwear. The shoes we wear can have a significant impact on our balance and stability. Opt for comfortable, supportive shoes with non-slip soles, even when you're just walking around inside your home. Avoid loose slippers, high heels, or worn-out footwear that might not provide adequate support. By making these small but significant changes to our home environment, we can create spaces that truly support our mobility and help us feel safer and more confident on our feet. Now, let's talk about something that's absolutely key on this journey to better mobility: listening to your body and finding your own pace. It's so important to remember that every day is different. There will be days when you feel more energetic and mobile, and other days when your body might need a little more rest. And that's perfectly normal. When you're starting to incorporate more movement into your day, begin slowly and gently. Maybe that means a short walk from your armchair to the kitchen, or simply standing up and sitting down a few times during the day. Find your current baseline, what feels comfortable and manageable for you right now, and then gradually increase your activity as you feel stronger and more comfortable. A helpful way to gauge if you're moving at a good pace is something called the talk test. You should be able to hold a conversation comfortably while you're being active. If you're too breathless to talk easily, you're likely pushing yourself a little too hard, and it's a good idea to slow down. And please, don't underestimate the importance of rest and recovery. Your body needs time to adapt to any increased activity. Listen to any signals of fatigue or discomfort, and allow yourself adequate time to rest and recover. Remember, this isn't a race or a competition. It's about reclaiming your independence and enjoying the simple pleasure of movement at your own pace, in a way that feels good for you. Now, to give you a little extra boost of inspiration, I wanted to share a few stories of incredible resilience. These are just glimpses into the experiences of others who have faced similar challenges and found their own paths to greater mobility. Let me tell you about 75-year-old Robert. After a minor surgery a couple of years ago, he found his mobility significantly reduced. He was determined to get back to his beloved gardening. He started with very short walks around his apartment, maybe just from the living room to the kitchen and back. Gradually, week by week, he increased the distance. Now, he's back out in his garden, tending his tomatoes and roses, enjoying the sunshine and the fresh air. His persistence, and that gentle, step-by-step approach, made all the difference. Then there's Evelyn. She initially felt quite overwhelmed by the idea of exercising. It just seemed like too much. She started with something incredibly simple, just standing up and moving around during the commercial breaks when she was watching television. Over time, this small, consistent habit led to her feeling stronger and more confident. Eventually, she started taking short walks in her neighborhood with a friend and now enjoys being able to keep up with her grandchildren in the park. And I can't forget about a wonderful gentleman I met at a local seniors center, Mr. George. He's in his late 80s and still enjoys a gentle walk in the mornings. He told me that even on days when he doesn't feel like it, he reminds himself of the joy it brings him and the independence it helps him maintain. It's a powerful reminder that it's truly never too late to prioritize movement and enjoy its many benefits. These stories remind us of the incredible strength and resilience that lies within each of us. Every gentle step you take, no matter how small it might seem, is a step towards a more vibrant, more independent, and more fulfilling life. So, to recap our journey together today, we've explored the power of those gentle exercises: ankle pumps, knee extensions, chair squats, and gentle hip movements. We've looked at practical ways to make our homes safer and more supportive for our mobility, and we've emphasized the importance of listening to your body and finding a pace that feels right for you. And we've been inspired by the stories of others who have embraced this path. My encouragement to you is to pick just one or two of these suggestions to try incorporating into your routine this week. Maybe it's doing a few ankle exercises while you're enjoying your morning coffee, or perhaps taking a closer look at the lighting in your hallway. Remember, even small, consistent actions can lead to significant improvements in how you feel and how easily you move over time. What are some of the ways you currently like to stay active? Or what's one small change you feel inspired to make after watching this video? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We truly love hearing from you and building a supportive community here. We also have other videos on our channel that you might find helpful, covering gentle exercises specifically for balance, more detailed home safety tips, and some easy and effective decluttering strategies. Remember, taking care of your mobility is a wonderful act of self-care. You absolutely deserve to move with ease and to fully enjoy all the beautiful things life has to offer. Embrace these gentle steps, be patient and kind to yourself, and celebrate every bit of progress you make. You've got this. Until next time, take care and I'll see you in the next video.